There's an enduring and entrenched negative stereotype about in our culture about civil servants that they're stupid and lazy, as you describe it. How did that happen? I know that they're not good at telling their stories or blowing their own horns like politicians are, but where do you think this negative perception comes from?
That's a complicated question to answer, but I mean, most obviously, they don't do the thing that we value in this culture, which is make money. They're not successful people. They're not famous people. They're not, they're not there. So they don't have that going for them. They're also, they're vulnerable because the enterprise they work for is the most complicated enterprise ever created in the history of the universe. It's the United States government. And they're spending now $7 trillion a year. There's bound to be problems. It's just sort of like they're bound to be mistakes made. And when they're made, it's sort of like it's assumed no mistakes will be made. And when they're made, they get exposed and ridiculed and all the rest. Part of the reason they're so easy to beat up on is a lot of what they're doing is prevention. Like, a lot of what they're doing is stopping things from happening, and when you stop something from happening, you don't get credit. You get credit when you come in after the bad thing has happened. So, there's an awful lot of work that's out there. I don't know, stopping someone from getting a bomb on a plane. Who do you think is doing that? I can tell you who's doing that. There's a lab called the Livermore Lab that's like 40 miles from my house, where they are constantly experimenting with different sort of chemicals and ingredients to see what you might be able to make a bomb of. And whenever they find something new, they program those machines that you put your bag through to detect those things, and you don't see any of it. But if they weren't there, you would notice. The FAA, right? Your plane doesn't crash. Yeah, if it doesn't, air safety is a miracle of modern life. It's the government, but you're not getting credit for the plane not crashing. So I think that's also part of it. It's sort of easy to beat up on them because there's a lot of their work is preventative. A lot of it is just keeping us safe. And as I say, they're just not doing the thing that's celebrated in the culture, which is make money.